What's up, everybody?
What's going on?
We are back, episode 2 of the Lockdown podcast series. Hope you
Yes.
enjoyed yesterday's um, little mini entry. Thought we would come to you today and share some of the ways that we are killing some of the excess time that we have. It's amazing what you can do when you just work from home, and therefore
Yes.
you don't have any distractions. And so it's, I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. We've been homeschooling our kids now for years, and what takes them, an 8-hour school day to get done, we get done, in 3 to 4 hours in a day. So it's not
Yeah,
surprising to
it's
be productive in such a short period of
yeah.
time.
Oh, seriously. Yeah, we've been kind of shocked at the few of the teachers have sent stuff to the kids and everything, and they get it done in like an hour
Yeah.
and are done. But we're gonna wait and see next week. Next week the school's really ramping up their online courses and stuff. So we're gonna see how that goes.
Nice. So how
So
else have
yeah.
you guys been killing time during quarantine?
Yeah, man. It's been a lot of luck, like I said yesterday on our last video, luckily we have the job where we're normally can do stuff from home, so it's not that
Hmm.
difficult there. But I think with the kids being home, it's been, finding things. Luckily the kids might have found a bow and arrow, so they've been,
Okay.
practicing. They're getting pretty good though. So that's been
Well,
their PE.
that's a useful skill to have
That's
when
what I'm saying.
society collapses and we all have to find our own food.
Right. Judge me all you want to, but when the
I'm
zombies
not.
come, yeah,
You as if movies have taught us anything, you need a silent way to take those guys down. You can't just
exactly.
go shooting guns off everywhere.
Yeah, my 8-year-old, I'm nicknaming her Bullseye.
Nice.
She's got it, man. She's got it. So I'm gonna be uploading a cool little video that I happened to do, and she, yeah, hit the bullseye right on the video. It's pretty good.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, we've been playing more board games,
Hmm.
trying to trying to keep the kids from being screen zombies as always. Again, I mean, we're
Yes.
kind of more used to this than most families are.
Right.
But now they have their friends across the street and stuff like that that are home all the time as well,
Oh,
which is definitely
gotcha.
a change for them. And then, so we've been playing some more board games. Our friend Mika over at Distressions, I had him make us some custom cornhole boards a couple years ago, and so we dragged those out. We've been playing some
Oh, that's
pretty
awesome.
hardcore games of cornhole in the front yard.
Yeah,
You know,
I've
high
never
stakes.
played. Yeah, I've never played an actual game of cornhole.
Well, we can change that. I have the good
Quarantine,
stuff.
sir. Quarantine.
Well, after quarantine is over,
Oh, I
assuming we're
got
not
you.
fighting for our own survival.
Yeah. So I was like,
In
I'm a little
case.
bit more cleaned up today. I caught some flack over
Yeah,
the video that,
it does not appear that you are sporting the quarantine beard that you were.
yeah, I
I'm
evidently when,
still I'm still sporting my quarantine beard. And in fact, it's funny because I had somebody ask me like, "Oh, you're kind of getting a little shaggy," you know, because because my hair is a little
okay,
longer than it normally is. But I had actually made the decision before all this happened to just grow my hair out for the next year just to see what happened. So
right.
I've got my quarantine beard and my quarantine hairdo.
But and how long are you planning on going? Are
It's
you
not
going
really a
like,
length situation
okay,
as it is a time situation. I'm not my plan is if I don't give up on it when summertime comes and it gets stupid hot, to grow it out for a full calendar year. And I started in February. I got my last haircut in February. So um
okay,
at the beginning of the month. And then I was just like, I just don't I want to see what happens. I haven't had the same hairstyle since I was, oh man, 19 years old.
okay.
kept it pretty much the same for the last 20 plus years. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna give it a change. And in order to fully properly experiment with that, it required growing it out for a good while. So I'm just gonna grow it out
Okay.
until next February and kind of see what it looks like at that point. I wear hats a lot, so it's not
Yeah.
like I'm gonna look like a hobo
Yeah, I wear
any more
hats.
so than I already do with a beard
Yeah.
that goes down to my chest.
Yeah, it's like I wear hats, but probably for another reason. As I get older, I'm realizing that with age, I'm holding on to what I can while I can.
Fair enough.
So I know I'm gonna have to break down at some point, but I don't know if I can pull off the bald look. I think that's my fear.
First of all, there's only one way to find out.
I know, but yeah.
I think it might actually be fortuitous timing because about February, March of every year, obviously this year is going to be a little bit different. Um, that St. Baldrick's Hospital does their like shave your head to raise awareness for children's cancer.
Right, right, right.
So like maybe we can just shave our heads next March. See what happens.
Maybe that'll just be like, hey, I'm holding on till next March.
Yeah, we'll do it as a
Because once it
fundraiser.
happens,
We'll help
yeah.
raise money for kids cancer and we'll
Hey, maybe I'll commit. That's a better, thought than been in the past where it's like, hey, we should go skydiving. We had a friend that's like, hey, we should go skydiving. Or there's been times where you're like, hey, we should go get a tattoo. It's like, okay,
well, I
shaving my
still think
head's
we
a
should do
little
that
bit.
as often as possible.
I understand, but it's like you bring it up like it's like, hey, I'm going to the grocery store.
I'm a
You're
tattoo
like,
freak. What do you want?
you're like, hey, you know what we should do? We should go get a tattoo. We've got a friend that's like, hey, we should go
Yeah.
skydiving. We should
Well,
go
I
do that.
mean,
I'm like, God, yes,
it's just that's the person that I am. I don't know what else. I don't know how else to describe that.
yes.
Hitting the hooch again.
No, it
That's
is
right.
not.
I'm just sequestered in my bedroom right now, talking
I
on the phone like
sequestered
a teenage
everyone
girl.
else. So I have a different backdrop than I did yesterday. I literally got kicked out of my own son's room.
Well, I think
So
we should mix up the backgrounds every day and just try and be someplace that looks weird.
yeah, I
So
didn't so much like it just because it's a mirror, and so it's like
yeah.
I don't know. It looks weird to me, but so do I. No, I don't
Yeah,
know.
what are you doing? What are you gonna do? You can't really change how
Yeah,
you look.
yeah, that's all right. I had to let everybody call me handsome yesterday, so I'm gonna stick with it.
All right. All right. So, but yeah, I mean, other than work, yeah, we just been playing a lot more board games, watching a little bit more Netflix in the evenings, but just playing games,
Fantastic.
spending some extra time together as a family, taking advantage of the opportunity that we have because we're usually pretty darn busy, so it makes it difficult to do all of that. So,
Yeah,
kind of storing up some family time, spending some extra time with the kiddos and the wife, and just kind of enjoying the spare time.
yeah. Yeah, 100%. It's kind of one of those weird things where, trying to look on the bright side of kind of going, it's given us an opportunity to kind of take a step back and take a moment, just not put, not push pause, but kind of take a little breather and
No, but
do some
take a
more family
step
time.
back at least.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. And so, yeah, we've been, doing some board games that, some kids got for Christmas. We got a couple puzzles. I got a couple puzzles last time I was at the store.
okay.
So we're going to kind of start on those. That'll be pretty cool. Introduce my son to an old, and I know you're going to judge me for this, one of my old 1980s classic movies. Now, this movie's like 30
Okay.
something, right? And the cheesiest, like I even introduced, I was like, listen, this is a cheesy 80s movie, but it's one of those movies from my childhood. And I don't know if you
Alright.
ever saw it, but it's a movie called Rad.
I have seen it, but much
R
like a
D.
lot of those
Rad.
movies, I have blocked it from my memory.
You should not block Rad from your memory banks.
Okay.
So it had been a while. I had seen some things kind of pop up that, you see those things on Facebook. It's, the anniversary, like 30 something years ago,
Yeah.
this movie released. And so it was Rat was, I was like, oh my gosh, well, I happen to be going through some of my stuff and found my bootleg copy because it's not actually, you can't find it.
Okay.
So I've worked that
Solid.
hard at this movie that I have, what looks like
Yeah.
a CD that had been burnt onto a CD, but put it in. But yeah, talked my son into watching it yesterday, and was texting my brother because that was one of our movies as a kid.
Nice.
And he's just like, "Does it hold up?" And I'm like, "I don't know. We'll see." And yeah, I mean, like, listen, if you're coming in cold and you're, almost 40 years old and never seen that movie, yeah, it's not going to do well.
Just don't.
But my son actually somewhat enjoyed it. Like, he was just like,
Okay.
"That's what it wasn't as bad as I thought." It was cheesy and we had some laughs over it, but you know,
As you do.
one of those. Now he wants to have. He came up to me today and said, "When are we going to do a Star Wars marathon?" And I was like, "All right,
Single tear rolls down your cheek.
here we
Game
go,
on.
game on." So
No, that's cool. So now comes the part of the show where we ask the audience to participate and tell us what, they're doing to kill their extra time during quarantine. So
yes,
in the comments, do that thing.
yeah,
And, yeah, I mean, that's really it. We're just spending more time together and
yeah,
doing stuff to try and keep the kids off of screens as much as
yeah.
possible. So,
As we are on screens, telling them
I
not to be
know.
on screens. I'm
We're
just pointing out the redundancy because someone in the comments is going to be like, "Really?"
yeah, there's
But
irony there.
that is a
There's
little bit of
irony.
irony. But yeah, no, it's just kind of keeping busy and yeah, getting having the opportunity. I feel like I'm going to gain a bunch of weight
I've
after
been working really
quarantine's
hard
over.
because I've actually been working since, like, mid-October to drop some pounds, and I was down about 20, almost 25 pounds, and, my entire objective during quarantine, 'cause I've been going to the gym, 5 to 6 days a week,
Right,
and that's not an option right now. So my goal is to at least maintain the weight loss that I've achieved and still try and, stay active. I've been going on a lot of walks, through my neighborhood by myself and stuff like that.
right.
There's actually a high school not too far from where I live that they leave the track open, so I go
Oh,
and
nice.
jog that track and just again, just try and maintain, um, my progress and hopefully make a little bit more. Because yeah, when you're sitting at home all day, it's easy to get snacky, um,
Yeah.
and so just trying not to do that for sure.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm normally a lot more active, but in the last couple weeks with everything going on and not even though I hate when people say that, how busy they are, it's just been, as like crazy busy.
Yeah.
So it's trying to get back into the, being active and working out and everything like that. So
Yep, yep.
yep, all that fun stuff.
Well, cool. Yeah, that's gonna do it for us today. We'll be back tomorrow, talk about something different. Or
Try to.
maybe we'll even try and bring a guest or 2 in, over the next few days to,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
add to the conversation, but, hopefully we're helping you guys kill some of your boredom. That's the goal here,
Yeah.
why we're trying to do some kinda micro episodes. We're gonna try and continue this for as many days in a row as we can, while still, maintaining our businesses and our lives, so
Wait
I
until
think
we
that's
get
gonna
sick
be
of
it.
each
I
other.
found out yesterday that if I point the direction that I think you're sitting on my screen, that I don't point at you. So,
Okay.
that was a fun fact I learned when making yesterday's video. So, that's gonna do it
Oh,
for
okay.
us. So until next time, he's Tucker,
He's the beard.
and we're out.